I hope you're well. Hope you're all doing super this Easter. Right, wanted to do something a little bit different. So today we'll be looking at a number of things. One, we'll be looking at team play and how we do things as a team. I'll also be sending some individual clips for the midfielders, the wide players and the strikers, the defensive unit, and Mickey will be sending some stuff as a unit in that defensive unit pictures. So as always, don't take anything like that I'm doing here as criticism. This is about how do we make you better to fit into our team in the way that we want to play. We want to be in a position where we all know each other's jobs. So when we see these pictures, we can then all either go and attack or then go and defend as a unit as well. So what I'm going to do is share the team clips first. We'll call it a day on this one, and then I'll start sharing those individual pictures with you throughout the course of the day. So, let me just shrink me down. You don't want to see me. Let's see this one. So we're going to start with starting the left-back position. And what I really like about this clip is the detail that you're all putting into your game now. So Beardsley disguises to Cutler, over to Jonesy. Jonesy now looks like he's going to play on his front foot, but opens his body up and plays back foot. And then we're able to escape that first press, which is fantastic. We try the through ball, doesn't work, but we get high up the pitch in an attacking in the final third. We play quickly, and then we disguise for the turn there, Fred. Love that disguise on the turn. Play back to Leo. Leo receives on the back foot, opens the pitch up, and then we're able to play. One touch pass on the back foot there, back foot pass, and then Harrison receives on the back foot, and we're able to get the shot away. What I really like about the detail on this last bit is we said before the game started that we wanted our strikers to go and put the keeper under pressure just in case they fumble. And I like the fact that Max and Husey put that pressure on in that picture there. So really good first part and start to the game. The second bit is we're in the left attacking position, and if you look at our rest defence, we said in the game that our rest defence we wanted to have a +1. So Foggy's recognised that we've got two central defenders versus one striker, and therefore our rest defender can go and stretch the game. So we now go and attack. We play some nice football in this zone here to take players out of the game. What I want you to focus in on is all these white shirts and their focus on the ball. They're all focused on the ball, and if anything, better execution of what we're looking to do as a team here, and we score 100%. We score here because look at where the goalkeeper's positioned, and look where we've got two players waiting to pounce. So we can either play a nice floated ball over the top or play through Fred, and we can play around in that picture. So better detail needed. We then regain possession, which is great from Max. And we've now got an even bigger pronounced picture of everybody looking in this area. And if anything, our two wide players are now more central in that goal area. So again, floated ball in. Yeah, you can see these two players here, Freddie and Davey. If we can get that detail right, we absolutely score in this picture. So something for us to work on is how do we get the ball? How do we recognise those pictures in the game? So two tactical setup pictures now for you. The first one is on corners when we're in possession. So Will Beards, I want you to be leading this. I don't want you in the box, but I want you leading around how we set up. The first thing is, I think we are standing in the positions that we want to finish the phase at, not start the phase. So if we look at the amount of players that are around the edge of the box, around the penalty spot, around the 6-yard box, these are our end positions. look at where all they're starting. All of these players are starting. So let's just have a think about how we create distraction, how we create disguise by putting ourselves into these different positions. I'm really encouraging Harrison and Jamie to keep on to keep playing these short corners. So I'm not a fan. Listen, you'll be able to head the ball properly when you're 18. I'm not really a fan of lobbing it into the box and getting scrappy goals. Let's play and build. So really good play there. And look, let Harrison and Jamie do that work. What I need you boys to do is think about where you get into that box and how you end in your end positions. You don't start in your end positions. And again, just tactical setup in this picture as well. So, you know, what I want you to focus in on is the passing channels and angles that just aren't on for Jamie in now. So if we pause it now and we look at in this small picture on the top of the corner, there is no way that ball's going through to anybody in that box. They're pressing really aggressively, which is great because we can beat that press with one or two passes. We've just got to get it. We've just got to create the angles for ourselves. So Jonesy, Freddie, Max, could you be in better positions to go and receive the ball, opposed to us just expecting the ball to be delivered in or kicked in into the air. I think we all know how we want to play on those corners by now. This clip is exactly what I want to see from you boys. So if I think about intent's 10 out of 10 on this. Execution's probably 3 or 4 out of 10. But the fact that you boys are trying this stuff and we're noticing it's really noticeable. So the first one is Cutler beating that man there. Bravery to do that. So important for progression and development in our team. We're moving to receive the ball. So number 10 number 9 and the 10. We're winning the ball quickly. And then Davey here tries to receive the ball on his back foot. So I really like that last second switch around Davey. Just watch that again because trying to receive on the back foot's really important. The simplest thing to do is to play backwards to Foggy then, but actually we want to go and attack. And the fact that we've got an attacker ready to rock and roll in that position was the reason why he had to try and receive on the back foot. So really good pictures. Didn't pay off, but the intent is absolutely there. What I really liked about this routine was we were able to adapt this against Coventry just based on the fact that we could see some of the things. So we, as a coaching team, absolutely watched this and we thought, how could we make this even better? So, you know, the bit and the learning that I want you to take from that is that the first part of learning is making those mistakes. So we set this up thinking that this was the right thing to do, but actually we were able to adapt it even better to then make it even better and for us to get a shot away, or we should have probably got a penalty within 5 to 10 seconds against Coventry City. So the whole idea of this is, if you look at where all the players are located, is we've got a 1v1 here. Look at all that space if we could get Uzi onto the ball. So the idea and the intent was absolutely there, but we didn't necessarily need to play to the left left midfield to then try and play over the top here. We could have built through, in my opinion, and that's what we absolutely did last weekend. So really good example for me of how we can adapt. This is just think about your own space and the players to mark in this clip. So corner ball. First thing is really low, really slow to come out in that picture. And then if I pause it here, if you look at all of us just running towards the ball, we've got our 2 centre-backs here. And that to me is the picture that we can't have. One of us has to stay. If anything, Jonesy, let somebody else go and press in. Let Hughesy or Leo go and press in that picture and not you come out of that position. There's only Harrison there that's read the situation to sit and let the game play out. So just make sure that you're not all just following that ball out, and you're doing things as a unit. Next clip is about how we attack as a unit. So we're playing this long. Jamie gets on it, H into Max, and I really like this movement from Beardsley to get onto the ball. Now, the bit that's missing for me here is Max. How can you be more purposeful with that run? Because Beardsley's a little bit reluctant to get smashed here, which is understandable. If you're making that run through, just a toe in at this point is more palatable. But more importantly, I don't think that player goes over if you're there. So if you continue your run into the space, I don't think the player comes out to Beardsley in this picture. I think if you carry on that run, you're actually creating that space for Beardsley to get onto that ball and then to deliver into Davey at the back stick. Or Sam, is it? Now, they win the ball back, and what I really like here is that we are so in control of the press. We are just dictating without having the ball. So, Will Beard, your body position here is fantastic. I think you're marking two players in that picture. You're marking this player if it goes short, and you're getting ready to pounce if it goes longer to this player. Jamie Banner goes for the press, really intelligent press. And then as a team, we work and we win that ball back. Now, the transition here, I don't think is quick enough from us about how do we then recognise that we've got the ball. So rest defence could Cutler step over to then create more space for Jonesy and Foggy to step on. So Foggy realises, but it's probably too late, so we're having to come back. And the patience is fine. We lose the ball. And then we win the ball back. Now look at how different this transition is for us. So win the ball back. We're calm. Foggy recognises it. Now Foggy makes a real difference here. Look how he spots the middle pass. And Freddie Stevens is high, getting ready to break a line. Don't underestimate Beards' position here. Look at this defender's body shape. So he doesn't know whether Harrison's going to play it here, or can Harrison now attack his back. Not quite sure why this gets disallowed, because the linesman's in line with the penalty spot. Harrison's in the 6-yard box and Max is outside the 6-yard box. There's actually a player in between Max and Harrison as well, so not quite sure how or why the referee cancels that goal out, but look, it happens, and we have to live with it. But really intelligent team play, and I really like the patience on how we win the ball back, how we smother that ball when we've got it. This is for me a real pride moment. I think this is one of our best goals. I love the way that we're playing short off these free kicks now, and we're moving that ball really quickly into the wide areas, playing on the back foot. And then watch Max's run now. So Max and just to sort of give you the picture of what happens next, Harrison appears and he occupies this space in the half space. So the reason why he's got so much space is because Max and Jamie are making that run through, which is just fantastic play for us. So Harrison comes alive. Will Beards takes the opportunity to run out wide like he's been doing all this game, and then we're able to score. So I think as a team goal, it doesn't get better than this. Only 5 passes, but we're starting to really realise that breaking those lines as two strikers or midfielders is really important for us. So boys, well done. Really good goal. Really well worked goal. This is straight off the kickoff. So we've just scored. This is straight off the kickoff. They play long. We win the first header, which is really important. Well done, Jonesy. Win the ball back. Bit lucky with the foul there. Ref could have blown, but and then we find the channel, and then Will Hughes takes the contact and wins the penalty. I do think it's a penalty. I don't think there's much complaint from the goalkeeper in that picture either. And then we score the penalty, of course, which in the end proved really important. We've got 3 of our pictures in this clip. So the first one is find the 9. Hughesy, what an animal. We play it out wide. Wingers wrap around him. Second picture is look how high Freddie Stevens is. The 8 breaking the line. And then look at Will Beard's marching. And if I pause this here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 strikers in this picture, which was exactly what I wanted. And we've also got Freddie Stevens a bit deeper. We've got Jamie ready to break a line if he needs to. So we've got loads of options here, and we're actually quite unfortunate to go and score in that picture. So really good example of all of our 3 pictures from the game that we wanted to get out. This last clip is all about Sam's press and Davy's fantastic 3 points that he got us here as well. So great pressing from Sam. Wins the ball back like he has been. Absolutely phenomenal at that. Usually gets the ball over. And then Davy with the 3-point conversion. So Davy won us the points this game. 3 points. 3 points from Davy. What a great conversion. I don't know where those rugby posts came from, but what a goal, Davy. What a conversion. Anyway, look. Really good examples, some really good pictures in that game. That was all about the team play, some tactical information, some technical information in there. What I want us to be doing for the second part of these videos is really analysing your own performance and answering some of the questions that I might be asking of you, and just taking stock of how this game unfolded and what you could have learned during it, or what would I have expected you to have learned from that experience. So well done, some really good play here, and another 3 points down to Davy's conversion. Ciao, ciao.